Ahoy, this is Jeff, otherwise known as Godless Scummer. The sarcastic barman is no more. I have taken over his channel. So you are technically watching the sarcastic barman's channel, but it is in fact mine. Enjoy. Salute.
Go on, fucking get back to the bar. Go on, go away. My channel, not yours. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the Sarcastic Barman and welcome to my channel, and thank you very much to Godless Scummer for doing that intro for me. He's been to the pub today. Oh, you could never have guessed the fact that he's actually here on the video in my flat. So yes, he's been to the pub. It was a lovely afternoon, couple of beers and a nice chat.
The moon is a spaceship.
Sorry, I'm getting a weird
Moon is a spaceship.
noise in the side of my ear. Can anyone else hear it?
The moon is a spaceship.
Yeah, I don't think it's just me, is it? I suppose that's going to be our first video for today. An absolute bag of wow. Just wow.
The moon is a spaceship. The people that made us made a billion other civilizations of humans on different planets. We're just the solar system morons. They send down spaceships from all the different planets to look at the morons. It's like a zoo.
What is in store for humanity that is in relation to the moon, and where is it going?
So, yes, apparently the moon is a spaceship and we're a zoo. And all the aliens come and laugh at us. Well, I suppose we do laugh at monkeys in our zoo, so I could understand the attraction of laughing at people like Donald Trump and things. But I need the source for this video, because, god damn, this could be days worth of fun at just going, what the actual fuck? I'd love to know what evidence he has for the moon being a spaceship. Or evidence for aliens coming and watching us. Is this guy going to say that he used to work at Area 51 or something like that? I need to know. And I'm asking my lovely subscribers because I'm feeling fucking lazy. And I don't even know where to start with typing into Google, the moon is a spaceship, Earth is a zoo video. Yeah. I don't know where to go for even search on this. If I knew the name of the guy interviewing or the guy himself, then at least that'd give me a starting point. If any of you know, comment it down below, please. Or give your best explanations for why the moon is a spaceship. Oh, but let's get on to some more, I want to say serious stuff, but you know it's not going to be.
Many people say that there is a mountain of evidence for evolution.
Should Christians just cave and admit that Genesis is a myth? Stay tuned on Creation Magazine Live.
Yep, there's a metric shed ton of evidence for evolution, and yes, that does mean that Genesis isn't a literal day-by-day account. Doesn't mean that you don't need to have a god. You can still have your god and just say that Genesis isn't accurate, Chinese whispers telling stories over and over. Not a problem, but I'm quite interested to see what they're going to say about all this.
Hello, I'm Calvin Smith.
And I'm Richard Fangrad.
And today we're going to be talking about how, many people say that evolution is a fact. It's just presented that way on many TV shows and things like that. But it's interesting that even the most prominent, probably evolutionist today, the most popular evolutionist, Richard Dawkins, has admitted that evolution hasn't been observed, which is kind of what science is based on.
Well, on the grand scheme of things, you're right. We haven't seen evolution go on as a day-by-day occurrence because you can't really look one day to the next and see evolution. What we can do is look at fossil remains, look at DNA and see the differences there between other creatures, animals and old ones. But what has been a really cool one was a Japanese experiment that started in 1954 and ran for 61 years, all on fruit flies in the dark. When they sequenced the genes afterwards, after identifying differences in the flies as well, I'll link the whole article down below, there are over 220,000 single-letter differences in the DNA and lots of DNA insertions as well, where the flies had developed better senses of smell, developed longer bristles on their head, developed other ways to find their mates in the dark. I mean, this is really cool and shows how things have adapted more, and that is evolution. If you want to see evolution of this thing turning into something completely different, we do need millions and millions of years for that. But the fact we can see these small steps of evolution is a good indication that we're pretty much on the right side of where all this is going.
He was on Bill Moyer's show Now in 2004, and Moyers asked him a very interesting question. He said, Richard, is evolution a theory, not a fact? And Richard Dawkins responded and said, evolution has been observed, it's just that it hasn't been observed while it's happening.
Awesome.
So what he's admitted here is nobody's ever observed evolution. If you believe in evolution, it's a faith position, because it's not like empirical science where you can say, well, let's do an experiment and we can observe the results in real time, that kind of thing.
Right, and he's made other similar quotes like this one here.
Right.
Nobody has actually seen evolution take place over a long period, but they have seen the after effects. And the after effects are massively supported. It is like a case in a court of law where nobody can actually stand up and say, I saw the murder happen, and yet you've got millions and millions of pieces of evidence which no reasonable person can possibly dispute.
Right.
Well, yeah, you can use evidence like that. How is this a big problem for you guys? It's like, we have evidence A that shows that B happened. It's like, I'm sat at home, I'm all alone, I hear the door go. I don't see who came in, but I walk to the door and see my wife's handbag. Is that not evidence that my wife has come home? Or is it evidence that some weird person's broke into my house and left a handbag? You can use evidence to support your claim without having to see the direct happening of that cause of the evidence. And as we said before, since Richard Dawkins has made these comments in that one was 2008, we've had this giant fly experiment, so that's a cool one. There's also been other experiments on flies. I'm just only linking this one because, yeah, let's watch one more section of these guys.
So here you've got three situations, or three times he's emphasized. Okay, first he said, yeah, it's been observed, but not when it's happening. Then he admits nobody's actually seen evolution take place.
Right.
Then he says it's like a case in a court of law where nobody can actually stand up and say, I saw the event
crime.
happen.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
3 times in a row, Dawkins has admitted it hasn't been observed. Now, what he's saying, of course, is that, yeah, but when you look at all the evidence, it just points to evolution. All the, but the thing we try to emphasize is those pieces of evidence, which he's saying all point to evolution, can be interpreted different ways.
Yes,
right.
And we say that in many different ways.
Exactly.
All kinds of articles on the website there.
But
so you just want to deny it all then? That's all it is, really, isn't it? I mean, I feel like we're going to have to break out your website at some point and have a look through. We're not doing it tonight because I don't want to do it tonight. If you want me to do it on the next one, yeah, you got some more comments. I'm evil, making you all do work on my videos. But yeah, I'd love to see your interpretation of DNA evidence, your interpretation of fossils, why everything's layered the way they are, why all fossil evidence shows this building to a more complex life as we go along, how freaking organs, leandrical nerve and things like that, and organs we don't use anymore just go, yes, they're not signs of evolution, they're just signs of things. Let's just play the next video. It can't be filled with any more denial than this.
Well, good evening, folks. Ken Hovind here and the crew at Dinosaur Adventureland in lovely Lenox, Alabama. Tonight is Whack an Atheist Wednesday, June the 2nd, 2021. We believe the Bible is true and evolution is dumb. Dinosaurs always lived with man. They did not live millions of years ago.
I had to say it, didn't I? Just had to say it. Oh, good God. No, Ken. No. Dinosaurs did not live with man. Jesus Christ. Unless you're counting chickens. Because obviously a chicken is just a giant velociraptor going meh, except it's got a lot smaller. But no, all you've got to do to prove your claim, Kent, would be to find a dinosaur fossil here and a person fossil there. Or even better, find a person riding a dinosaur fossil. There we go. That would do. Because, let's be fair, we've got to have blinking domesticated dinosaurs. There should be some sort of evidence of that. But no, there's just not going to be, is there, Kent? Because your claim is just batshit crazy. Oh, I'm sure, I don't even want to say we're not going to get anyone more batshit crazy than Kent because I know what videos I've picked.
Hey guys, this is Matt Powell. So evolutionists love to use dinosaurs to try to disprove the Bible and disprove young earth creationism. And they will use God's own creation against him. But one of the things that I think is important to share with people and with your children and with your loved ones that believe in evolution.
You should share a pint with them, and then they can explain it to you as best as they can, because they're probably going to have more understanding of it than you seem to have, because you're not going to have any at all, are you? You're going to dig yourself this big hole in this video. I can see it fucking coming. And I've only watched the first like 20 seconds of this video and gone, yeah, that'll do. I can just feel the stupidity pouring through my monitor, pouring out my fucking speakers going,
is the fact that we actually find soft tissue from dinosaur bones. We find collagen, we find blood cells with hemoglobin still in the blood.
Well, sort of, no, yes, no. But more no. They found heme, not hemoglobin, so it's part of the protein for making hemoglobin. And what's really cool is these proteins and things are helping us more understand the evolution of dinosaurs, and that's what they're being used for. One of the people that discovers this, Mary Schweizer, actually gets pissed off at you creationists for twisting her work, saying things like, God doesn't need to provide us with evidence. If we're using this as evidence of God, then we don't have faith, which is what you should be having. God doesn't provide you with evidence. The rock formation, the T-Rex that they found the heme in, has been dated to 68 million years old, and it's just very lucky that Mary dissolved some of the bone in acid to find these things. And it's worse, she wasn't looking for them originally. But we did figure out that the T-Rex that was nicknamed Bob wasn't actually a male and was actually female and was getting ready to lay some eggs. So that's cool. But I can't put up with this nut-jobbery, evolution-y, crazy denial at this point. I think that's enough evolution. We've got one more to look at. It's just as bad.
What about the gigantic canal networks we find all over the world? The Erie Canal in America was allegedly built between 1817 and 1825. There were no civil engineers in America at this time.
Yes, that's right. We're looking more at Iwa. We've continued on from where we left off last week. Skipped a few seconds, he talked about wells. Because I found this bit quite interesting. He's basically saying that this guy doesn't exist. That's Benjamin Wright, the father of American civil engineering, born in 1770 and then died sometime in the 1800s. I've forgotten and I'm not looking, and this is the third attempt at doing this clip. God damn it. So yes, apparently he either didn't exist, was a made-up figure, or I don't know what. He was also the head engineer on the Erie Canal project, along with several other engineers who were co-project leaders and things like that, because it was a massive project. I'd love to know where in the next bit of the video you're going to have any proof for it not being built at the time. It's just a shame that it was finished in 1825, and obviously your first pictures weren't till what, 1826, 1827, so we have no pictures of it being built. We've got reliefs and drawings and things like that dated from the time, but you'll probably just say they're fake.
The people responsible for planning construction were novices, we are told.
We are told by who? Where'd you pull this crap out of? Actually, I don't want to know where you get your crap from. But let's just say that by that point where Benjamin Wright started work on the canal in 1817, he'd been a land surveyor for 28 years and worked on other projects. Yeah, I wouldn't call him a novice with 28 years worth of experience, would you?
The canal is 12 meters wide and 4 meters deep. The Erie Canal spans 363 miles. But this was not just a case of digging each day for the Irish immigrants and their oxen companions. They had to fell hundreds of trees as they passed through the virgin forest. They had to build complicated aqueducts and locks, and they had to pass through the Niagara Escarpment.
And why is this a complicated thing? Difficult terrain. Take longer to build it. Problem? Not really. Some of those Irish immigrants might have gone over to England first to build up some money to come over to America, where you never know, they might have worked on one of the hundreds of fucking canals we have over here. I mean, sections of the Grand Union Canal were opened by 1801. The Grand Union Canal, for comparison, has 166 locks. I haven't got the full dates off the top of my head for each section, each lock, and how many were built at the time. But yeah, it was a canal building time. I don't see why there's a problem with any of this. We're going to watch the next section, and it's better have some fucking substance rather than, I don't know how things work. Ooh.
They had to use black powder to blast through this, we are told, as dynamite had yet to be invented.
Again, why is this a problem? They use black powder to blow bits up to do the Transcontinental Railroad. Are you trying to say that that was an ancient project from long ago as well? Because black powder and Chinese immigrants couldn't have gone that way while other immigrants and people went this way and then they met in the middle-ish sort of bit. Your level of just fucking stupidity and not caring at the work that people have gone through and just saying they couldn't have done it, it's just fucking mind-boggling. If your phone died, are you going to struggle to get up in the morning because you're going to look at it and go, oh my god, what am I supposed to do? Do I get up? Do I go to sleep? I don't know how my brain works. You're just fucking stupid at this point. Someone put in the comments last week just calling you a po. And I really feel like agreeing with them, because if you're not a po, you are just a fucking ignorant, stupidity person. But I think that'll do for a section of your video again for this week. So next week we'll look at more at why black powder's such a fucking problem for you. I don't know why this is going to be such a problem, but who knows? That's about it for tonight. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget all the stuff going on this weekend. There's shills, there's other stuff. I forget what other stuff there is because I'm useless. I'm also recording this at late Thursday night, and this video was supposed to go out Thursday night, so that's no good either. Leave more comments down below. Do you like the style of doing several videos? Do you want me to go back to just doing one video? I don't know what you people want. You leave likes, and I just want more comments. Also, check out Seek Truth, Speak Truth. We had him on See You Next Tuesday on, obviously, Tuesday. And coming up on this Tuesday, we've got Kendon Farr and Microraptor, and we're going to be discussing humour, which should be a good one, because we're going to talk about dark humour, we're going to talk about naughty jokes, we're going to talk about jokes that you shouldn't make sort of jokes. It should be a good one because we've got a nice diverse sort of panel. We should be able to address most things. And on the subject of jokes, what do you get a Welshman for Christmas? Velcro gloves. If you get that one and laugh, you're an evil bastard, and we should definitely be friends, and you should hit like, comment and subscribe and all that jazz down below. Leave me some weird jokes like that. I'll bring them up on the show. Thank you very much. Good night.